A very good morning to Madam Puan Linda. My name is Yukita Sri Anapurpa Madhu and my matrix number is 01 DPM40143. Today, we are going to present about organizational culture and change.
Table of quarter here, we will present about first definition and factor influence the company decision. Second, reason of resistance. Third, strategy that companies can implement to overcome. And lastly, we have Q&A sessions.
The first one will be the definition and the explanation. Organizational change refers to the process in which a company modifies its structure, strategies, processes, or technologies to improve performance and adapt to internal and external pressures. In this situation, the manufacturing company decided to undergo digital transformation because it wants to enhance its overall performance and stay competitive in a rapidly evolving industry. The company recognizes that relying on traditional production methods is no longer sufficient. By introducing advanced connectivity, automation, data analytics, and digital connectivity, the organization can improve productivity, reduce operational costs, and make better data-driven decisions. And the next will be the internal factors. The first is outdated and inefficient production processes. The company's reliance on traditional manufacturing methods may lead to slower production speed, higher error rates, and increased operational costs. These inefficiencies rates create a strong need for change to improve productivity and workflows through automation and digital tools. And the second will be need to enhance employee skills and performance. Employees may lack the necessary digital skills required to operate modern technologies. The organization needs to encourage learning and improve performance.
So next, I will talk about external factor. So for the first one is rapid technological advancement. Today, the manufacturing industry is growing quickly with new technologies such as artificial intelligence and data analytics. Because of this, companies need to adopt new technology to stay relevant, improve efficiency, and remain competitive in the market. And for the next one is increasing competition in the industry. Many competitors are already using digital transformation strategy. This allows them to operate more efficiently, reduce costs, and produce better quality products. As a result, other companies must also improve their operation to compete effectively.
Selamat sejahtera to Puan Linda. I am Sandra Jinrabli. My matrix number is 01DPM24F1026. And today I'm gonna present about the reasons for resistance. The first one is the fear of the unknown. Employee may not understand how technologies work or how it will affect their role. For example, worker may worry that automation will replace their job. Second is reluctance to change established process. Employees are comfortable with existing routine and may not want to learn new system. For example, a machine operator prefer manual method instead of using digital controls. The third one is job insecurity. Workers may feel that technology will reduce the need for human labor. For example, staff fear layoff due to increased automation. The fourth one is concern about increased workload. For example, learning new system may initially require more effort and time. Example, employee may feel stress attending training while still meeting daily target. The last one, which is the fifth one, is the lack of skills or confidence. Some employee may feel they lack the technical knowledge to adapt. For example, Older employee may struggle with data analytics tools.
And here are some expanded explanation for each point, adding more depth beyond what I already wrote. The first one, which is the fear of the unknown. Employees often feel anxious when they are introduced to new technologies because they cannot clearly predict the outcome. This uncertainty can create stress, confusion, and even resistance, as people naturally prefer stability. Without proper communication, employees may imagine worst-case scenarios such as losing control over their tasks or becoming irrelevant in the workplace. The second is the reluctance to change established processes. Over time, employees develop habits and routines that make their work more efficient and comfortable. When new systems are introduced, these familiar workflows are disrupted. This can lead to frustration because employees must relearn tasks they previously mastered. Some may feel that the change is unnecessary, especially if the current process already works well for them. The third one is job insecurity. Technological advances, especially automation and AI, can make employees feel that their roles are at risk. This fear is not only about losing jobs but also about losing value within the organization. Employees may worry that the machine or software can perform their tasks faster and more accurately, making their skill less important. This insecurity can lower morale and reduce motivation to embrace new technology. And the fourth one is the concern about increased workload. When technology are introduced, employees are often required to balance learning the system while continuing their regular duty. This creates a temporary increases in workload, leading to stress and burnout. Employees may feel overwhelmed trying to meet performance targets while also attending training sessions, adapting to new processes, and correcting mistakes during the learning process. And the fifth one, which is the lack of skills or confidence. Not all employees have the same level of technological literacy. Those who are less familiar with digital tools may feel intimidated or embarrassed when asked to use new systems. This lack of confidence can lead to avoidance behavior, where employees resist using the technology altogether. Without proper support and training, they may feel left behind compared to more tech-savvy colleagues. And that's all from me. The next presenter will continue this presentation. Thank you.
Now, I will present 5 strategies that companies can use to overcome resistance to digital transformation. First, the company should provide training and development. Employees need to be trained on how to use new technology and systems. This helps them to feel more confident and reduce fear when facing change. Second, the company must ensure clear communication. Management should explain clearly the purpose and benefit of the transformation. When employees understand why the change is important, they are more likely to accept it. Third, the company should involve employees in the process. Employees can be asked to give ideas or feedback. This makes them feel more appreciated and increase their willingness to support the change. Fourth, the organization should offer continuous support and guidance. For example, supervisors or IT teams can help employees who are struggling. These supports make it easier for employees to adapt new ways of working. Fifth, finally, the companies can provide motivation in incentive. Rewards such as recognition or bonuses can encourage employees to stay positive and accept the change more easily. So, in conclusion, these strategies can help reduce resistance and ensure the digital transformation is successful.
So moving into our question and answer section, we want to address two fundamental concepts that drive how business evolve. So for the first question is, what is organizational change? Organizational change is the process where a company modifies its core component specifically its structure, strategies, process, or technology. It is how a business adapts its internal working to stay competitive or improve efficiency. For the second one is what are the external factors in businesses? External factors are the various influences originate from the outside of the company that directly affect its performance. Unlike internal changes, these are forces the company cannot control, such as economic shift, new regulation, or changing consumer trend. But company must respond to in order to succeed. So moving on to the next question is, when a company introduces a new technology, why do employees often resist the change, and what is a specific example of how this resistance look in a manufacturing setting? For the answer is fear of the unknown, worrying that automation will take their job. So, for example, imagine a veteran machine operator who has spent years mastering manual labor and physical cost. When the company introduces a high-tech digital control system, the operator might resist the switch because they don't know how to do it. This resistance isn't just about being stubborn, it is because they feel confident in their old manual method and are intimidated by the new digital interface. They might worry that if they can master digital control quickly, they might lose their job and their job security. So moving on to the last question is, what are the strategies that company can use to overcome? So for the first one is provide training and development. Company can build a technical competence and reduce the fear of the unknown by making the employee feel capable of using a new system by using training and development. And for the next one is ensure clear communication. Management must explain the why behind the change in order to help eliminate rumors and build trust across the organization. For the third one is involve employee in the process. This method is used by asking for feedback and idea. Employees feel value and develop a sense of ownership over the new direction. For the fourth one is offer continuous support and guidance. The change isn't one-time event. It is providing ongoing help ensure that workers don't feel abandoned when they feel initial challenge. And for the last one is provide motivation and incentive. By using a reward of recognition, the company can encourage employees to embrace the new normal and create a positive association with the change.